So, all right. Should
All
we move
right,
on
sounds good.
to, speaking of Marvel actors, should we move on to Sinners?
Oh my God, yeah. Let's review
All
Sinners.
right. Well, Kyle, what'd you think?
I am loving this movie, man.
Yeah.
I
It's the best movie of 2025 so far. It's by far. It's not even
Yeah,
close.
yeah,
Yeah. It's the
easily,
best movie
dude,
of 2025 so far.
easily. Um,
You
I was able to
already
see this.
watched Tremors? Holy cow, dude.
Yeah, we were having a movie night after our Oscars ended. Yeah,
Well, fair enough. Sorry.
no, it's
Uh,
all good. Um, no, Sinners is awesome. I was able to see the movie twice for the weekend. Funny enough, and um, yeah, I just the second time watching it just really clicked for me about all the elements that this movie was trying to do, all the themes that this movie was trying to accomplish. For me, like with the first watch, and I think this might happen for some people, that it's like a lot of ideas being thrown together at one, and the movie is almost structured like a tale of two movies, like a first half and a second half sort of thing. But for my second time watching it, it felt like it had a much better flow. So maybe it's just me not
it is.
anticipating like
It
what
was.
this movie was going to be, or like what I thought the movie was going to be versus like what the end result was. And maybe that could be happening for a lot of people. I wouldn't be too surprised. But like I said, the second viewing for me really helped see all the elements and all the themes really flow together very well. Just all of the themes behind what I imagine to be like race and just like what it means for African Americans to be African Americans and just to understand history and culture and especially music, all being intertwined into this story. And just the first half, like it's all of those elements, and it's done really well just through cinematography and through a terrific score. Both of those elements are beautiful and shine so bright in this movie that it just was so refreshing to watch, because especially for scores that's almost hard for me to come by in some regards. I just really appreciate a very memorable score, and this movie
Ludwig
delivers.
has cemented himself as the best in the game. You have to put his name up there with Hans Zimmer, with
Yeah,
I think John Williams at this point. I think he is
yeah.
now on the trajectory of a legacy composer. Started with The Mandalorian is when I think he popped off. He's been doing great
Oh,
scores ever since. His next project is the Odyssey that he is scoring. So,
did Mando come out before or after Black Panther? Because I think that was
oh,
him.
did he do the
Black Panther
first
was
Black
him.
Panther?
I believe
Then it
so.
might have
Yeah.
been Black Panther that had popped off around that time.
I mean, but this guy is
Absolutely,
finally
then.
he's finally established himself as like our generation's, Hans Zimmer, John
He's
Williams. He's
incredible.
that guy. Um, as is Ryan Coogler, who I will
Mm-hmm.
keep seeing the praises of throughout this review. He delivers on just going hog wild for making the movie that he set out to make. And like I said, when it comes to all of the thematic elements, maybe not coming together on my first watch, it does kind of feel like it's a passion project for him to make this movie that maybe he didn't quite nail down on how to make it flow quite that well. But again, on my second viewing, maybe I just was anticipating things a lot more clearly now, that I could just be able to see what he was visualizing and what he was trying to accomplish here. Um, and through his direction came an incredible cast that just delivers. It was one of those casts where I was just blown away by not only the chemistry that they have with each other, but just the charisma that they were exuding onto the screen. Like it just felt so good for actors to not feel so staged or feel so forced into trying to have chemistry with each other, but it just felt so organic and it just felt
It
so
really did.
clean the entire way through. And obviously, everyone's saying the praises of Michael B. Everyone's saying the praises of Haley. Delroy Lindo, every line he delivers is just gold. But you can't discredit Miles Caton. You can't discredit, I'm going to butcher her name, Wumi Mosaku. I apologize again if I'm butchering that. And then Jamie Lawson. Just these actors were new to me personally, but they just deliver
Isn't
on on just being great for the roles that they're in, great for the movie.
isn't this Miles' movie debut? They announced that in the
That's
credits, I
right.
believe. Yeah.
You're right. I believe he sang backup for SZA at some concerts. I think I was hearing about that as well. Which that guy has some great vocals, man. I
Yeah.
was I
Oh
was
my
blown away by
goodness.
how good that guy can sing.
And
Oh
shout
man.
out to my boy Omar Benson Miller, CSI Miami, baby, making it all the way to Sinners. Let's go.
That's awesome. I did not know about
Um,
that. Uh,
yeah,
but anyway, second half second half delivers us well just for, a big climactic battle. The vampire stuff really comes into play there and it just delivers. It's bloody, it's action packed, just a lot of fun to watch. Uh, the movie is very impressive. I'm glad that I saw it twice so that way I can get like a more clear head and understanding of what the movie's accomplishing. That's just for me personally. I know a lot of people, especially Alex, that on
I'm
first
just
watch
jealous you
they
saw it twice.
well, hey, I that was pretty fun. Um, but for a lot of people, they were able to really appreciate it on first watch. And yeah, I'm buzzing about this movie still. It's Sunday, and I'm still buzzing about it after seeing it so
Yeah,
many times.
I did
So you
too.
go, Al.
I loved it. Yeah, I didn't have the issue. I've only seen it the once. I didn't have the issue you did of feeling the first time that it was tonally uh like too different. I think the movie's flow is excellent. I think that
Mm,
the more I've thought about it, I think in the early part of the movie, a lot of their lines feel like old school, like zombie vampire movie. Like the whole, obviously the end of it feels like that. It feels like movies like Day of the Dead and things like that are a bit campy. But at the
sure.
beginning
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
movie, half of the dialogue, they're spitting out one-liners. Like that is harkens to those old movies, and to me that is really what puts that flow together, because they showed us very early on that it was going to be that style of movie. And I mean, it's an original movie. It's great. I mean, we're talking a period piece about, I think it's got a great twist on vampires, and it asks
Hmm.
questions and speaks to black culture that we can't even relate to here, that I think is really
Yeah,
excellent. Like, I think
absolutely.
the idea with the end of the movie with the vampires, the way they go about talking to the humans, because there will be conversations before anybody gets bit. I think the conversations they have asks a lot of really important questions about what it means to be alive, what it means to be human, what does it mean for African Americans, the black community, to be a part, especially at that time that the movie sets in. And
Yeah.
I think it really delivers on those themes without
Hmm.
giving anything away. Um, all the performances are excellent. You can feel that the cast had fun making this movie, that they got into the horror. It was really cool seeing Michael B. Jordan play not only twins, but just get to play a different style of character than just Creed and from Killmonger from Marvel. Like, I think we got to see a little bit more. Obviously, we've seen him in other things, like Fruitville Station and stuff like that. But it was cool kind of getting back to that it's not just so. I mean, they do have fighting and things, but I think there was a lot of human moments with him. All the other actors were awesome. Uh, yeah, overall, and the score really does stand out, and the way Coogler uses music is really, really cool. Um,
I also, if you don't mind, Alex, I also want to
go
give
ahead.
props to production design and the way that the film is shot as well.
Oh yeah,
Just production design wise, it's so beautiful and it's so well accomplished. There's a moment in particular that I think of. It's an overhead shot of a train station, and I could just feel
yeah,
as if I'm standing next to the train, or I feel like the engine like driving past me, and I can feel like the crowd of people just walk in. I don't know, just it just feels. You could tell that it was practical sets. It flourished with like making you feel like you're living in the movie, and cinematography also plays a role in that. Which I didn't see it on 70 millimeter like you were able to. So please brag about that. But or nor did I see it
gorgeous.
in IMAX, but you could just feel like the visual film, the graininess of it just pop off of even my crappy screen from Regal theaters, which do better Regal. But just the visual aspects of it all was just so well accomplished.
Yeah.
Great stuff from Coogler.
I got curious right now. This was posted 1 hour ago, according to Variety. The movie has made about $61 million globally so far. It opened this weekend with 45.6 in North America.
Okay,
And it
that's about right.
opened and it had a budget of about 90 million. So, probably around closer to 100, somewhere between 100, 120 million, probably with marketing and everything.
Mm,
Hopefully it continues. I have only seen one negative.
like
I've
fully
seen one.
negative.
Everything else, I have only seen overwhelming love for the movie by the people who have seen it. I'm hoping that translates into word of mouth, old school movies, staying at the theater, just slowly continuing to rake in that box office. I really hope that stays.
I
But
hope
right
so.
now it's looking like it's another couple weeks it'll hopefully at least make its money back and be a
Hmm.
success for Warner Brothers.
I hope so, man. I hope this movie, like an original movie such as this, can deliver and makes audiences curious and go to see it. Because I wrote this in my Letterbox review, kind of in a tongue in cheek way, but also serious sort of way. That I don't know what people want to watch anymore. Like every time, like there is something original coming out and it looks good and it ends up being good, no one sees it. So I don't know what people want, and I'm getting really annoyed about it. I'm getting sick of it because there's always someone complaining there's nothing original anymore, and I can list off five,
This is
six
right here.
movies that were original and came out, and you just didn't want to go see it. So I hope this is a different case.
Yeah, like the
But what
Minecraft
do I
movie.
know? Yeah, Minecraft movie.
Original.
Yeah,
Huge success.
good job,
If
society.
you are one of these kids in the theaters throwing popcorn, bringing chicken in, you suck. Your parents suck. They didn't raise you right. I'm all down for a little bit of hollering here and there. I'm down for excitement, but I am not down for kids being blatantly rude and disrespectful. What's wrong with you? Horrible.
Back in my
Horrible.
day, we showed respect at the movie theater.
I never seen anything like. Have you seen some of those clips?
No, it's crazy, man.
True.
I That is
We
next
did have
level.
respect.
Yeah,
Kids are
all
awful.
we did was talk loud. But no, for real, don't do that, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Don't
Cheering
be.
is fine.
Yeah.
Being really excited is fine. Put your phone away. Don't bring a live chicken into the theater. Don't be
Yeah,
throwing
don't
popcorn especially
people
when other
people are
people are
working, man.
paying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
sucks on
Well,
them.